Captain Do-hyun Kim stood on the bridge of the EFS Resilience. He looked at the main screen. Stars filled the view. Earth was a small blue dot behind them. Do-hyun had been in space for 5 years, but the sight of his home planet still made his heart beat faster. "Captain, all systems are working well," said Commander Ji-eun Kang. She was Do-hyun's second-in-command and best friend since their days in the Space Academy. "Thank you, Ji-eun," Do-hyun said. He walked around the bridge. The other crew members worked at their stations. The ship hummed softly. The EFS Resilience was Earth's flagship. It was the biggest and most advanced ship humans had built. But compared to the ships of the Galactic Confederation, it was tiny. The aliens who ruled most of the galaxy had ships 10 times bigger. 3 years ago, the Confederation found Earth. Their massive ships appeared in the sky one day. People were scared, but the aliens said they came in peace. They invited Earth to join their group of planets. There was just one problem. The Confederation thought Earth was weak. They laughed at Earth's small ships and simple weapons. "Your species is young," the alien ambassador had said. His name was Vex. He had blue skin and 4 arms. "You must prove you can protect yourselves before you become full members." Earth's leaders agreed. They started building more ships. But even after 3 years, Earth only had 6 ships, and none of them looked very strong. Do-hyun touched the small screen on his wrist. It showed a picture of his family. His wife Soo-jin and their daughter Min-ah smiled at him. He fought for them, for all humans. "Captain, we have a message from Admiral Park," said the communications officer. Do-hyun nodded. "Put him on screen." Admiral Taewon Park's face appeared. He looked worried. "Captain Kim, we have a problem. The Confederation fleet is coming to Earth again, but this time they have 17 warships." Do-hyun felt cold. 17? Why so many for a friendly visit? "It's not friendly. Our spies in the Confederation say the aliens have new plans. They want Earth's resources. They think we are too weak to stop them." Ji-eun looked at Do-hyun. Her eyes were wide. "But what about our agreement? They said we had 10 years to build our fleet." Admiral Park shook his head. "The Confederation has a new leader, a Vordax named Kez. The Vordax are warriors. They don't keep promises." "When will they arrive?" Do-hyun asked. 6 hours. You must take your ship and the other 5 to meet them. Show them that Earth is ready to defend itself." Do-hyun wanted to laugh. 6 small ships against 17 giant warships? It was a joke. "What if they attack, sir?" he asked. Admiral Park looked straight at him. "Then you follow the Phoenix Plan." Do-hyun's mouth went dry. The Phoenix Plan was top secret. Only a few people knew about it. It was Earth's last defense. "I understand, sir," he said. After the call ended, Ji-eun came to Do-hyun. "The Phoenix Plan? Is it time?" "I hope not," Do-hyun said. "But we must be ready." He called the other 5 ship captains. They needed to form a defense line in space. Hours passed. The bridge was quiet. Everyone knew what was coming. "Captain," said Min-ji Choi from the sensor station, "I'm picking up something big. The Confederation fleet is coming out of hyperspace." Do-hyun stood up. "All crew to battle stations. But do not charge weapons. We still hope for peace." The space in front of them seemed to bend. Then, one by one, the Confederation ships appeared. They were huge. The smallest one was 3 times bigger than the Resilience. Their hulls were dark and covered with weapon ports. They moved into a circle around Earth's 6 ships. "They've surrounded us," Ji-eun said quietly. The main screen blinked. A face appeared. It had green scales and yellow eyes with no pupils. Sharp teeth showed when it spoke. "I am Warlord Kez of the Vordax, new leader of this sector's Confederation forces," the alien said. Its voice was deep and rough. "Who speaks for Earth's pathetic defense fleet?" Do-hyun stepped forward. "I am Captain Do-hyun Kim of the Earth Fleet Ship Resilience. We welcome you to Earth space, Warlord Kez." The alien's mouth moved in what might have been a smile. "Look at your ships, human. 6 small vessels with outdated technology. Is this how you plan to join the Confederation? As equals? Anger rose in Do-hyun's chest, but he kept his face calm. We are building our fleet as agreed with Ambassador Vex. We have 7 more years. Ambassador Vex was weak. I am not, Kez said. The Confederation has new needs. Your planet has many resources we want. Metals, water, worker humans. Worker. Humans? Ji-un whispered in shock. Earth is a sovereign planet, Do-hyun said firmly. We are not your workers or your resource depot. Kez laughed. The sound was like rocks falling. And who will stop us? You? With these toy ships? He looked at someone off-screen. Show them our power. One of the Confederation ships fired a beam of light. It hit a small moon nearby. The moon cracked like an egg, breaking into pieces. That moon was empty, Kez said. Your planet is full of life. Surrender now, and we will be gentle masters. Do-hyun's hands formed fists at his sides. Earth does not surrender, Warlord. We ask you to leave our space. The alien's yellow eyes narrowed. You dare give me orders? He showed his sharp teeth again. You have 1 Earth day to change your mind. Then we attack, and your tiny fleet will be the first to burn. The screen went dark. Minji looked up from her station. They're moving into attack formation around Earth. They're charging weapons. Do-hyun turned to Ji-un. He saw the fear in her eyes, but also strength. She nodded at him. They both knew what had to happen. Open a channel to all Earth ships, Do-hyun said. When the channel was open, he took a deep breath. This is Captain Kim. The Confederation has shown its true face. They don't want peace. They want to take our planet and make us slaves. He looked at each of his bridge crew. Brave humans ready to fight for their world. We knew this day might come. That's why we made a plan. That's why we built our ships the way we did. He straightened his back. Initiate the Phoenix Plan. Authorization. Code Humanity Rises. Across all 6 Earth ships, hidden systems began to power up. What looked like simple walls opened to reveal advanced weapons. Engines that seemed weak suddenly glowed with new energy. Send a message to Earth Defense Command, Do-hyun ordered. Tell them to activate all stations. The Phoenix rises today. He looked at the massive alien ships on the screen. They thought humans were weak. They thought Earth was easy prey. They were about to learn how wrong they were. The bridge of the EFS Resilience changed before Do-hyun's eyes. Panels that had looked simple now glowed with hidden lights. Screens appeared where there had been only plain walls before. The ship hummed with new power. Phoenix Plan activated, Ji-un said. Her voice was calm, but her eyes were wide. All systems coming online, hull transformation beginning. Do-hyun turned to Minji at the sensors station. What can you see? How are the other ships doing? Minji's fingers moved quickly over her new control panel. All 5 ships report successful activation, Captain. The Seoul, the Beijing, the New Delhi, the Lagos, and the Sao Paulo are all transforming. No problems. Through the view screen, Do-hyun could see one of Earth's ships nearby. Its outer hull was changing, sections moving apart to reveal weapons and new equipment. The ship was getting bigger, almost twice its previous size. The Confederation fleet is scanning us, Minji reported. They seem confused. I bet they are, Engineer Sung-ho Lee said with a smile. He had just arrived on the bridge from the engine room. 3 years we spent building these ships to look weak. 3 years of hiding our true technology. And now they get to see what humans can really do. Do-hyun nodded. After the Confederation had first contacted Earth, most people wanted to join the galactic community. But Earth's leaders were careful. They sent spies with the alien diplomats when they returned to Confederation space. What the spies learned was troubling. Many smaller planets in the Confederation were not really members. They were slaves. So Earth made a plan. They would pretend to be less advanced than they really were. They would build ships that looked simple, but could transform into powerful warships if needed. It was a trick as old as warfare itself. Make your enemy underestimate you. Captain, Ji-un said. The transformation is complete. All weapon systems are online. The quantum shields are at full power. Do-hyun looked at his crew. This is what we trained for, but we still don't want war. Open a channel to Warlord Kez. The main screen flickered and the scaled face of Kez appeared. The alien's yellow eyes were no longer confident. They darted around, looking at things off-screen. What is this deception? Kez hissed. Your ships. They are changing. Not changing, Warlord, Do-hyun said, revealing. We knew the Confederation's history of taking over weaker planets, so we hid our true strength. Kez's face showed anger. Impossible! No primitive planet could have such technology. We're not primitive, Do-hyun said. Humans went from first flight to landing on our moon in just 66 years. We split the atom. We cured diseases that once killed millions. And we learned from the wreckage of alien ships that crashed on our planet long before you found us. Kez looked shocked at this news. Yes, Warlord, Do-hyun continued. We've known about aliens for over 100 years. We just chose to keep quiet and learn. On the tactical display, Do-hyun could see the Confederation ships moving. Some were backing away. Others were turning their weapons toward Earth's fleet. Sensors show 5 Confederation ships charging weapons, Minji reported. Raise shields, Do-hyun ordered. But do not fire unless I command it. He looked back at Kez on the screen. Think carefully about your next action, Warlord. War between us would be costly for both sides. You think your 6 ships can stand against 17? Kez growled, but there was doubt in his voice. Do-hyun smiled. Who said we only have 6 ships? He nodded to Ji-eun. She pressed a button on her console. All around Earth's solar system, hidden structures began to activate. Defense platforms near the moon revealed themselves. Bases on Mars uncloaked. Weapon stations appeared among the asteroids. Earth's defense network is now visible, Ji-eun reported. All 53 platforms are online and targeting the Confederation fleet. Kez's scaled face showed pure shock. The alien leader turned and barked orders to someone off-screen. The Confederation ships are powering down weapons, Minji said. They're moving into a defensive formation. Kez turned back to the screen. It seems there has been a misunderstanding between our peoples. Yes, Do-hyun agreed. A serious one. Perhaps we should talk again, Kez said, trying to sound diplomatic. The Confederation values strength. You have shown yours. Do-hyun glanced at Ji-eun. She raised an eyebrow. They both knew this was just Kez trying to save face. We agree to talks, Do-hyun said. But not with you, Warlord Kez. Your actions today have shown your true intentions. We will speak with your leaders directly. Kez's eyes narrowed dangerously. You dare, we dare, Do-hyun cut him off. Earth is not joining the Confederation as a servant planet. If we join at all, it will be as equals. Before Kez could respond, another alien appeared on the screen beside him. This one had purple skin and 4 eyes. I am High Counselor Zara of the Confederation, the new alien said. Its voice was softer than Kez's. Warlord Kez has exceeded his authority. The Confederation seeks peaceful relations with all advanced species. Then call off your attack fleet, Do-hyun said firmly. High Counselor Zara looked at Kez. The fleet will return to Confederation space immediately. Warlord Kez will come with me to explain his actions to the full council. Kez looked like he wanted to argue but said nothing. Zara turned back to Do-hyun. Captain, on behalf of the Confederation, I apologize for this incident. We would be honored if Earth would send representatives to our capital world for proper diplomatic talks. Do-hyun looked at Ji-eun. She nodded slightly. We accept your invitation, High Counselor, Do-hyun said. Minister Ha Jun-yoon will lead our diplomatic team. Excellent, Zara said. We have much to learn from each other, it seems. After the call ended, the bridge was quiet for a moment. Then cheers erupted from the crew. The first real test of Earth's defense had worked. Admiral Park's face appeared on a side screen. Well done, Captain Kim. The Phoenix plan worked perfectly. Thank you, sir, Do-hyun said. But this is just the beginning. The Confederation now knows we're stronger than they thought. They won't underestimate us again. No, they won't, the Admiral agreed. But they will respect us. And respect is what we needed all along. Do-hyun looked out at the stars. For the first time, humans were stepping onto the galactic stage, not as newcomers to be pitied or resources to be taken, but as equals to be respected. It was a good first step. 2 days after the standoff with the Confederation fleet, Captain Do-hyun Kim stood in a large meeting room on Earth. Leaders from all major nations had gathered to hear about what happened in space. Minister Ha-Jun-yoon was preparing to travel to the Confederation capital world. Everyone wanted to know what to expect. "Captain Kim, please tell us about the aliens," said the president of the United World Council. "What are they really like?" Do-hyun stepped forward. Beside him stood Ji-eun and Admiral Park. "The Confederation includes 17 different alien species," Do-hyun explained. "Some, like the Vordax, are warlike. Others, like the Milani with their purple skin and 4 eyes, prefer peace. But all of them respect strength." "And did our Phoenix plan work as expected?" asked another leader. Admiral Park nodded. "Better than expected. The transformation of our ship surprised them completely. They never imagined we could hide such technology." A scientist raised her hand. "What have we learned about their tech level compared to ours?" Ji-eun answered this question. "They are ahead of us in some areas, like faster-than-light travel, but we are ahead in others. Our quantum shields are more advanced, and our AI systems are much better." "What happens now?" asked the president. Minister Ha-Jun stepped forward. He would lead Earth's diplomatic team to the Confederation capital. "Now we negotiate, from a position of strength, not weakness." After the meeting, Do-hyun returned to the Resilience. The ship was back in its normal, smaller form. The hidden weapons and systems were once again tucked away, invisible to scans. This was still Earth's best defense, letting others underestimate humans. 1 week later, Do-hyun and Ji-eun stood on the Resilience's bridge. They were approaching the Confederation capital world, Zenlara. Minister Ha-Jun and his team were aboard, ready for the diplomatic talks. "Look at that," Ji-eun whispered, staring at the view screen. Zenlara was beautiful. The planet had 3 moons and rings like Saturn. Huge cities covered parts of the surface. Space stations orbited everywhere. Ships of all sizes moved in organized patterns. "It's amazing," Do-hyun agreed. "They've had space travel for thousands of years longer than us." The communications officer called out, "Captain, we're receiving docking instructions from Zenlara Control." "Follow their guide," Do-hyun ordered, "and keep our systems in normal mode. No need to show our full capabilities unless there's trouble." The Resilience moved toward a massive space station. It looked like a metal flower with many petals. Each petal was a docking bay for ships. "We're being scanned," Minji reported from her station. "Let them look," Do-hyun said calmly. "They won't see anything we don't want them to see." Once they docked, Minister Ha-Jun prepared to leave with his team. Do-hyun and Ji-eun would go with them as military advisors. "Remember," Ha-Jun told his team, "we are here as equals, not as new members begging to join. Earth has proven its strength." They walked through the airlock into the station. 3 aliens waited for them. One was High Counselor Zara, the purple 4-eyed Milani who had stopped Warlord Kez's attack. The other 2 were species the humans had never seen before. One was tall and thin with green skin. The other was short and round with 6 arms. "Welcome to Zenlara," Zara said through a translator device. "I am pleased to meet you in person, Minister Yoon." Ha-Jun bowed slightly. "Thank you for your invitation, High Counselor. Earth looks forward to peaceful relations with the Confederation." "Please, follow me to the council chambers," Zara said. "The other High Counselors are waiting." As they walked through the station, Do-hyun noticed how other aliens stopped to stare at the humans. Some looked curious, others seemed worried. "Your people are causing quite a stir," Zara said to Ha-Jun. "No new species has ever revealed such surprising capabilities before." "Humans believe in being prepared," Ha-Jun said simply. The council chamber was a large round room. A table in the center had seats for 20 representatives. Aliens of different species already sat in most seats. They all turned to look when the humans entered. Representatives of Earth, Zara announced. Welcome to the High Council of the Galactic Confederation. The meeting began with introductions. Each council member represented a different species. Most were polite, but Do-hyun could sense tension. These aliens were not used to surprises. One council member, a rock-like being with glowing cracks in its surface, spoke up. Let us be direct. How did your young species develop such advanced technology so quickly? Ha-jun looked at Do-hyun and nodded. This question was expected. Necessity, Do-hyun answered. Throughout human history, we have developed fastest when facing threats. When the first alien ship crashed on Earth over 100 years ago, we knew we weren't alone in the universe. A ship crashed on your world? Asked a bird-like alien. Whose ship? We don't know, Ji-yoon said. The pilot was dead. But we studied the technology. Later, more ships crashed. Each one taught us more. We kept these crashes secret from most humans. Only a few governments knew. So when we found your world, you were already aware of alien life, Zara said thoughtfully. Yes, Ha-jun confirmed. And we had learned to be careful. In human history, when advanced civilizations met less advanced ones, the results were often bad for the less advanced group. The council members looked at each other. Some seemed uncomfortable with this truth. So you hid your true capabilities, said the rock being. Clever, concerning, but clever. We hid them until we had reason not to, Do-hyun corrected. Warlord, Kez gave us that reason when he threatened Earth. A new alien spoke up. This one looked almost human except for its blue skin and silver eyes. What does Earth want from the Confederation now? Ha-jun stood tall. Equal membership, fair trade, exchange of knowledge and culture, and a promise that Earth's sovereignty will always be respected. The council chamber was quiet as the aliens considered these requests. Finally, Zara spoke. These terms are acceptable. Earth has proven itself worthy of respect. The purple alien looked at the other council members. I propose we accept Earth as a full member of the Confederation, with all rights and responsibilities. One by one, the council members voted. Most said yes, though some did so reluctantly. When the vote was complete, Zara turned to the humans, with all four eyes blinking rapidly, a sign of happiness for the Milani. Welcome to the galactic community, people of Earth. May our future together be peaceful and prosperous. As Do-hyun watched the aliens come forward to greet the humans, he felt proud. Earth had done what seemed impossible. They had joined the stars not as conquerors or as servants, but as equals, all because they had been clever enough to hide their strength until the right moment. 6 months after Earth joined the Confederation, Captain Do-hyun Kim was in his quarters on the Resilience. The ship was on its way back from a diplomatic mission to the Milani homeworld. Do-hyun looked at the stars through his small window. Space travel was now normal for many humans. His computer beeped. It was a call from Admiral Park. Captain Kim, we need you to change course, the Admiral said when his face appeared on the screen. There's a situation in the Proxima Centauri system. Do-hyun sat up straight. Proxima Centauri was the closest star to Earth's sun. Humans had built their first colony there just 2 years ago. What kind of situation, sir? He asked. Vordak ships, Admiral Park said grimly. 3 of them near the colony. They claim to be on a scientific mission, but they're scanning the planet heavily. The colony leader is worried. Do-hyun nodded. The Vordaks had been quiet since Warlord Kez was removed from power, but everyone knew they were still angry about being fooled by humans. We'll head there now, Do-hyun said. What about the other Earth ships? The Beijing is already in the system. The others are too far away. You'll be on your own for now. After the call ended, Do-hyun went to the bridge. Ji-yoon was already there looking at star charts. Proxima Centauri? She asked. She knew him well enough to guess where they were going. Yes. Vordak's ships are there, possibly causing trouble. Ji-yoon frowned. I don't trust them, especially after what happened with Kez. Me neither. Set course for Proxima Centauri, maximum speed. The Resilience's engines powered up. The ship turned and then jumped to faster than light speed. The stars blurred outside the viewports. "We'll be there in 7 hours," Minji said from the helm station. During the journey, Do-hyun studied all the information they had about the Vordax. They were one of the oldest species in the Confederation. They had once ruled many star systems before the Confederation formed. Their bodies were built for fighting, with tough scales and powerful muscles, and they had long memories, especially for what they saw as insults. "Captain, we're approaching Proxima Centauri," Minji announced. "Drop to normal speed," Do-hyun ordered. Tactical display on main screen. The view screen showed the Proxima Centauri system. The colony was on the second planet. 3 large Vordax ships were in orbit around it. A smaller ship, the Beijing, was keeping distance between itself and the Vordax vessels. "Open a channel to the Beijing," Do-hyun said. Captain Ling's face appeared on screen. She looked relieved to see Do-hyun. "Captain Kim, I'm glad you're here," she said. "The Vordax arrived 3 days ago. They say they're studying the planet's magnetic field, but they keep scanning the colony and our defense systems." "Any aggressive moves?" Do-hyun asked. "Not yet, but they're not being friendly either." Do-hyun thought for a moment. "Keep your position. We'll approach and try to talk to them." As the Resilience moved closer to the planet, Do-hyun ordered, "Hail the Vordax ships." After a few moments, a scaled face appeared on screen. This Vordax had red scales, not green like Kez. "I am Commander Trex of the Vordax science vessel Drak," the alien said. "What do you want, human?" "I'm Captain Do-hyun Kim of the Earth Fleet, ship Resilience. We're here to check on our colony." The Vordax made a sound that might have been a laugh. "Your colony is fine. Our mission is scientific. The Confederation Charter allows us to study any system." "Of course," Do-hyun said politely. "But 3 warships seem excessive for scientific research." Trex's yellow eyes narrowed. "These are not warships. They are science vessels." Do-hyun raised an eyebrow. The Vordax ships were clearly built for war, with weapon ports all over their hulls. "Then you won't mind if we scan them?" he asked. "To learn about Vordax science vessels," Trex hissed. "You may not scan our ships, just as you should not scan our colony's defense systems," Do-hyun countered. "The colony leader reports that's what you've been doing." The Vordax was silent for a moment. Then he said, "We scan what interests us. Your colony interests us." "Commander Trex," Do-hyun said, his voice firm now. "Proxima Centauri is part of Earth's territory. While we welcome scientific missions, we require you to stop scanning our military installations." "Or what, human?" Trex asked. "There are 3 of our ships and only 2 of yours, and our ships are much larger." Do-hyun smiled, slightly. "Size isn't everything, Commander. I think Warlord Kez learned that lesson." At the mention of Kez, Trex's scales seemed to darken with anger. "Kez was a fool who underestimated you. I am not Kez." "Then prove it," Do-hyun challenged. "Be smarter than he was. Respect our boundaries." The Vordax commander stared at Do-hyun for a long moment. Then he nodded once. "Very well. We will stop scanning your defenses, but we will continue our legitimate research." "That's acceptable," Do-hyun agreed. "Thank you for your cooperation." After the communication ended, Ji-hyun looked at Do-hyun. "Do you believe him?" "Not entirely," Do-hyun admitted. "Minji, maintain scans of their ships. I want to know if they do anything suspicious." For the next 2 days, the Resilience and the Beijing orbited the colony planet, watching the Vordax ships. The aliens continued their research but kept distance from the colony. On the 3rd day, Minji called Do-hyun to the bridge. "Captain, we're picking up strange energy readings from the Vordax ships. They're powering up something big." "Battle stations," Do-hyun ordered immediately. "Ready all systems for transformation if needed." On the screen, the 3 Vordax ships were moving into a triangle formation around their side of the planet. "They're activating some kind of device," Minji reported. "I've never seen readings like this before." "Hail them," Do-hyun ordered. There was no response. "Captain, the colony is reporting tremors," Ji-hyun said, looking worried. "The planet's crust is becoming unstable where the Vordax ships are positioned." Do-hyun made a quick decision. "No more waiting. Initiate Phoenix Protocol. Full transformation now. The resilience began to change, revealing its true form and power. Nearby, the Beijing did the same. Open a channel to all Vordax ships, Do Hyun ordered, and target their main power systems. This time, Commander Trex answered quickly. The Vordax looked surprised to see the transformed Earth ships. "What are you doing to the planet?" Do Hyun demanded. "Stop it immediately." "This is not your concern," Trex said. "We are testing a new mining technology. This planet has rare minerals we need." "This planet has our colony on it," Do Hyun reminded him. "Your test is causing earthquakes. Stop now, or we will stop you." The Vordax commander's eyes glittered. "You would start a war over this? To protect our people?" "Yes." Do Hyun's voice was calm but determined. "You have 10 seconds to power down." Trex stared at him, then looked off screen at something. Finally, he nodded. "Very well. Powering down." The Vordax ship's energy readings dropped quickly. On the planet, the tremors stopped. "Now leave this system," Do Hyun ordered. "If the Vordax want to mine here, send a proper diplomatic request. To Earth." Trex didn't look happy, but he agreed. The 3 Vordax ships moved away from the planet and then jumped to faster-than-light speed. Later, as the Resilience resumed its normal form, Ji-eun joined Do Hyun on the observation deck. "Do you think they'll be back?" she asked. Do Hyun nodded. "The Vordax don't give up easily, but next time they'll use proper channels. They know we'll protect what's ours." He looked out at the colony on the planet below. Lights from the human settlement twinkled in the planet's night side. "That's what they still don't understand about humans," he said softly. "We may look small and weak compared to them, but we will always find a way to survive, to adapt, to overcome, and to surprise them," Ji-eun added with a smile. "Exactly," Do Hyun agreed. "That's our greatest strength." 1 year had passed since Earth joined the Galactic Confederation. The day was special. Leaders from many alien worlds were coming to Earth for the first time. It was Earth's turn to host the yearly Confederation Council meeting. Do Hyun stood in his dress uniform near the large window in the new Galactic Embassy in Geneva. The building combined Earth architecture with alien design ideas. It was beautiful and strange at the same time. "Nervous?" Ji-eun asked as she joined him. She wore her formal uniform too. "A little," Do Hyun admitted. "It's not every day that 20 different alien species visit our planet." "Well, you should be proud," she said. "The Admiral is going to announce your promotion today." Do Hyun smiled. After the events at Proxima Centauri, Admiral Park had decided to make Do Hyun the new fleet admiral. Ji-eun would become the captain of the Resilience. "You deserve it more than me," he told her. Outside the window, ships were landing in the special area built for the meeting. Some were small and sleek. Others were large and bulky. Each one carried leaders from a different world. "Earth has changed so much in just 1 year," Ji-eun said. She was right. Since joining the Confederation, humans had learned so much. New technologies had changed daily life. Diseases that once killed millions were now easy to cure. Clean energy powered everything, and humans were spreading to the stars with colonies on 12 planets now. But not everything was perfect. The Vordax and some other species still didn't fully trust humans. They remembered how Earth had hidden its true strength, and some humans didn't trust the aliens either. Minister Hajun entered the room. "Captain Kim, Commander Kang," he greeted them. "The first ships have landed. It's time to welcome our guests." They followed Hajun to the large meeting room. Admiral Park was already there with other Earth leaders. "Remember," the Admiral told them quietly, "today is about showing that Earth is a worthy member of the Confederation, but also that we are strong and independent." The doors opened. Aliens, of all shapes and sizes, began to enter. First came High Counselor Zara, the purple Milani with 4 eyes. Then came representatives from the other member worlds. Some walked on 2 legs like humans. Others moved on 4 or 6 limbs. One floated above the ground. Last came the Vordax delegation. Their leader was not Commander Trex, but an older Vordax with dark red scales. This was Supreme General Drex, the head of all Vordax military forces. "Welcome to Earth," Minister Hajun said to the gathered aliens. "We are honored to host this council meeting." High Counselor Zara spoke for the visitors. "We are pleased to see how quickly Earth has become an active member of our community. Your people have much to offer the galaxy." The meeting began with reports from each world. Some had good news about new discoveries or growing trade. Others had problems like natural disasters or resource shortages. The Confederation worked together to help those in need. When it was Earth's turn, Minister Hajun stood. "Earth is proud to announce that we have shared our medical technology with 5 Confederation worlds this year. Our doctors have helped cure diseases on these planets." The aliens murmured with approval. Earth's medical science was more advanced than many older species. "We also want to share news about our defense technology," Admiral Park said next. "Earth has developed a new shield system that can protect an entire planet from asteroids and solar flares. We offer this technology to any Confederation world that needs it." More approving sounds came from the aliens, all except the Vordax. Supreme General Drex leaned toward one of his aides and whispered something. The aide left the room quickly. Do-hyun noticed this and felt uneasy. He whispered to Ji-yun, "Something's not right." Before she could answer, alarms began to sound throughout the building. Admiral Park's communicator beeped. He listened, then looked up with a serious face. "A Vordax battle fleet has just entered Earth's solar system. 20 ships, heavily armed. They're not responding to hails." The room erupted in shocked voices. All eyes turned to Supreme General Drex. The old Vordax stood slowly. "Yes, the fleet is mine," he admitted. "It will be here soon." "What is the meaning of this?" High Counselor Zara demanded. "The Vordax agreed to peace." "We agreed to peace with equals," Drex said. His voice was calm, but cold. "But humans are not our equals. They are deceivers who hid their true nature. The Vordax cannot trust such a species." Do-hyun stepped forward. "Your ships attacked our colony at Proxima Centauri. We defended ourselves, nothing more. You humiliated Commander Trex," Drex said, "and before that you humiliated Warlord Kez. The Vordax do not forget such things." Minister Hajun tried to stay calm. "Supreme General, attacking Earth would mean war with the entire Confederation." Drex looked at the other alien representatives. Many would not meet his eyes. "I think not. Many members secretly share our concerns about humans. They will not fight for you." Admiral Park spoke into his communicator, giving orders to Earth's defense forces, but Do-hyun knew it would take time to get all systems ready. Then Ji-yun had an idea. She whispered to Do-hyun, who nodded and stepped forward. "Supreme General Drex," Do-hyun said loudly, "before your fleet arrives, would you like to see what else humans have been hiding?" The old Vordax looked interested despite himself. "More deceptions, human?" "Not deceptions. Preparations." Do-hyun walked to a control panel on the wall. "With your permission, High Counselor Zara?" The Milani nodded, looking curious. Do-hyun pressed his hand to the panel. "Authorization, Phoenix Omega." The lights dimmed briefly, then the large wall screen activated, showing a view of Earth from space. As they watched, something amazing happened. All around the planet, hidden structures began to appear, massive defense platforms bigger than anything the Confederation had ever built, hundreds of them forming a complete shield around Earth. "The Phoenix Defense Grid," Do-hyun explained. "Our last line of protection, hidden until now." The aliens gasped. Even Drex looked shocked. "This is impossible," the Vordax general said. "Such a system would take 100 years to build." "It took us 30, Admiral Park said. "We started building it after the first alien ship crashed on Earth. We've been preparing to defend ourselves for a long time." High Counselor Zara turned to Drex. "Your fleet cannot breach such defenses, Supreme General. Call them back before this situation becomes worse." Drex stared at the screen for a long moment. Then he touched a device on his wrist. "Fleet Commander, Return to Vordak space immediately. The mission is cancelled. Relief filled the room. The crisis was over. But the tension remained. Earth has hidden much from the Confederation, Drek said, his voice hard. How can we trust you now? It was Minister Hajun who answered. Trust must be earned slowly, Supreme General. Earth kept secrets because we feared for our safety. Now that we know the Confederation can be trusted, we are sharing everything. Everything? Zara asked. Hajun smiled. Almost everything. Just as your worlds keep some secrets, Earth will keep a few. That is the right of any sovereign planet. The meeting continued, though with a different tone. The other aliens now looked at the humans with new respect and perhaps a little fear. Later, when the aliens had left to rest before the next day's session, Do-hyun and Ji-eun stood again by the large window. Do you think they understand us better now? Ji-eun asked. Do-hyun watched the alien ships glittering in the evening light. Some do. Others will take more time. But they all respect us now. And respect is the beginning of understanding. And the beginning of real peace, Ji-eun added. Do-hyun nodded. Humans had come a long way in a short time, from hiding on their small blue planet to standing tall among the stars. The road ahead would not be easy. There would be more challenges, more conflicts to solve. But Earth had earned its place. They laughed at our ships, Do-hyun said softly. They won't laugh anymore. Ji-eun smiled. No, they won't. But maybe someday, they'll laugh with us instead. As friends. Do-hyun liked that idea. A galaxy where different species work together, respecting each other's strengths. It was worth working for, worth fighting for, if necessary, and humans were good at both. The N.D.